In today's class, we are going to discuss some more problems on work done for various quasi-static process. So these are the formulas we have to remember while solving any problem on work done. So coming to this problem, a balloon is filled with air given the pressure is 200 kilopascals and temperature is 300 Kelvin. So if the units are in kilopascals, it is the pressure. Okay. So initially a balloon is filled with air having a pressure of 200 kilopascals and a temperature of 300 Kelvin. Okay, such that it becomes a sphere of diameter 1 meter. So initially the diameter of the balloon is 1 meter and the pressure is 200 kilopascals and the temperature is given as 300 Kelvin. Okay, so if you take a balloon, so this balloon is filled with air. So, and it has a pressure of 200 kilopascals and at a temperature of 300 Kelvin, and diameter of this sphere is d1 is equal to 1 meter. Okay. So next, it is then gradually heated till the pressure rises to 500 kilopascals. So what happens is, so we give the heat to this balloon. So when we heat this balloon, the pressure inside this balloon is increased from 200 kilopascals to P2 is equal to 500 kilopascals. Okay. So when gradually heated, the pressure increases from 200 kilopascals to 500 kilopascals. So we have to determine the amount of work done during the process, assuming that the pressure inside the balloon is proportional to the diameter of the balloon. So determine the amount of work done. So we have to find out the amount of work done W, and we are asked to assume that pressure is proportional to diameter. That means P is proportional to diameter. Okay. So this is the given data. So work we have to find out. Okay. So initial conditions are pressure P1 is given as 200 kilopascals and temperature is given as 300 Kelvin, and initial diameter of the balloon is given as 1 meter and the final pressure P2 is given as 500 kilopascals. And also it is given that pressure is proportional to diameter. So P is proportional to D. So in order to remove this proportionality constant, so we have to add one constant called as C. So P is equal to some constant into D. So in order to remove proportionality constant, we are multiplying constant C. So if we apply this relation P is equal to CD for the first state, initial state conditions. So in place of P, we have to write P1 is equal to C into, in place of D, initial diameter D1. Okay. So that implies initial pressure P1 is given as 200 kilopascals and is equal to C. C into initial diameter is given as 1 meter. So from this, the value of C is 200. Okay. So after finding out the value of C, so if we apply for second state, final state, that is P2 is equal to C into D2. So we know the value of final pressure, 500 kilopascals, and C we already find out 200. So from this we will find out the value of D2, which is 2.5 meters. So final diameter D2 is given as 2.5 meters. So by using the given relation P is proportional to D, that means P1 by D1 is equal to P2 by D2. We can also write like this. So from this, we have find out the value of another diameter. So here it is not given any process. That means they did not specify whether it is a constant volume process or constant pressure process or isothermal process. They did not specify any type of process here. So if they have specified any type of process here, we can apply direct the formula that is derived. Okay. So we will use the formula for work done as W is equal to integral PdV. So this is the standard formula when no process is given. That means constant volume process and a constant volume process and a pressure process. PV is equal to constant. సో ఏ ప్రాసెస్ మనకి ఇవ్వనప్పుడు, సో వాల్యూమ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ ప్రాసెసా, ప్రెషర్ కాన్స్టెంట్ ప్రాసెసా, ఐసోథర్మల్ ప్రాసెస్ ఆర్ పాలిట్రోపిక్ ప్రాసెస్, ఏ ప్రాసెస్ మనకి క్వశ్చన్ లో చెప్పలేదమ్మా ఇక్కడ. సో దే డి నాట్ స్పెసిఫై ఎనీ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాసెస్, దే జస్ట్ ఆస్క్డ్ us టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ది వర్క్ డన్. అలా వర్క్ డన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయమన్నప్పుడు ఏ ప్రాసెస్ చెప్పకుండా, సో we will use this formula W is equal to integral PdV. So this is the general formula we have to use. So integral PdV means, so what is V here? Volume of the sphere is given as 4/3 pi r cube. So this is the formula for volume of the sphere. So why I am writing the volume of the sphere is, since diameter is given, that means which we can find out radius from that. So we have to write these two terms in terms of these diameters. Ante manaki volume ni in terms of radius kani diameter kani raskoవాలి. So the formula for volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. So here we need the value of dV. So finding out dV here, so dV is equal to 4/3 pi is constant. So r cube means 3r square into dr. So if 3 gets cancelled here, 4 pi r square into dr. So dV can be replaced with 4 pi r square into dr. So in work done formula, W is equal to integral PdV. So W is equal to integral P means here increase in pressure. So what is the increase in pressure here? Pressure is increased from 200 kilopascals to 500 kilopascals. Increase in pressure is 200 minus the difference between these two. 500 minus 200. So that is 300. So we are writing here the increase in pressure. Okay. So the increase in pressure we have to write. So integral P into dV means here we have to write 4 pi r square dr. Okay. So 300 into 4 becomes 1200 pi. For r square, the integral is r cube by 3 between the limits r1 to r2. So if we apply upper limit, it is r2 cube minus r2 cube by 3 minus lower limit r1 cube by 3. So what is the outer radius and what is the final radius and what is the initial radius? So initial diameter d1 is 1 meter. That implies radius r1 is 0.5 meters. And the final diameter we got is 2.5 meters. That implies final radius r2 is equal to 1.25 meters. So by taking these two r1 and r2 values, so we have calculated the work done as 2297 joules, or in terms of kilojoules we can write it as 2.297 kilojoules. Okay. So when no process is given in the problem, so when if they not specify any type of process and if they asked us to calculate simply the work done, we have to use this formula W is equal to integral PdV. Okay. So we have to write in terms of increase in pressure here, and dV means in terms of radius 4/3 pi r cube. So we have found out the value of dV and we substituted here and we calculated for work done. Okay. So coming to the next problem, a fluid contained in a horizontal cylinder fitted with a frictionless leak-proof piston is continuously agitated by means of a stirrer passing through the cylinder cover. That means a fluid contains in a horizontal cylinder. So we have to consider one horizontal cylinder here. So this is the horizontal cylinder and this is the piston. Okay, so this is the piston and this is the horizontal cylinder. So inside the cylinder a fluid is present. So this is the fluid. Okay. So this fluid is continuously agitated by means of a stirrer passing through the cylinder cover. So this is a stirrer. This is a stirrer which is passed through the cylindrical cover. So this fluid is mixed continuously with the help of this stirrer. So the diameter of the cylinder here is given as 0.4 meters, and during the stirring process lasting 10 minutes, the piston slowly moves out through a distance of 0.485 meters against the atmospheric pressure. That means, so after stirring for 10 minutes, so if we continuously stir this fluid for 10 minutes, after 10 minutes what happens is the piston moves from here to 0.485 meters away. Okay. So the piston moves from this position 1 to position 2 against atmospheric pressure. Means atmospheric pressure always acts in this direction. So in the direction opposite to this atmospheric pressure, that means If atmospheric pressure acts in this direction, piston will move in the opposite direction. Okay. So that means against atmospheric pressure, the piston moves through a distance of 0.485 meters. So the net work done by the fluid during the process is, so the while expanding here, the fluid, some amount of work is done by the fluid on the piston. So that fluid work is given as 2 kilojoules. Okay. The speed of the electrical motor driving the stirrer is 840 rpm. So the stirrer is driven with the help of the motor, and the speed of the motor is given as 840 revolutions per minute. So we have to find out the torque in the shaft and the power output of the motor. Okay na? So question malli cheptunanamma. So telugulo cheptunanu vinandi. So oka cylinder తీసుకున్నారు. So this is the cylinder arrangement. So if they have taken one cylinder here, ఈ cylinder లో ఒక piston ఉంది ఇక్కడ horizontal cylinder లో. సో ఈ సిలిండర్ లోపల మొత్తం కూడా ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఉంది, ఏదో ఒక ఫ్లూయిడ్ అంటే గ్యాస్ అవ్వచ్చు, లిక్విడ్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఏదైనా ఒక ఫ్లూయిడ్ తీసుకున్నారు. తీసుకున్న తర్వాత ఈ సిలిండర్ కవర్ లో నుంచి ఒక స్టిర్రర్ ని ప్లేస్ చేశారు. దే హ్యావ్ ప్లేస్డ్ వన్ స్టిర్రర్ హియర్. ఈ స్టిర్రర్ ని యూజ్ చేసి, ఈ స్టిర్రర్ ఎలా రన్ అవుతుంది అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక మోటార్ ద్వారా రన్ అవుతుంది ఈ స్టిర్రర్. సో ఈ మోటార్ స్పీడ్ వచ్చేసి 840 rpm ఇచ్చారు. సో ఈ మోటార్ ద్వారా స్టిర్రర్ రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇలా స్టిర్రర్ ని ఒక 10 మినిట్స్ పాటు రొటేట్ చేస్తూనే ఉన్నారు. రొటేట్ చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అంటే ఫ్లూయిడ్ అనేది ఎక్స్పాండ్ అవుతుంది. సో వెన్ ద ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఎక్స్పాండెడ్ హియర్, పిస్టన్ ఏమవుతుంది, ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, పిస్టన్ ని పుష్ చేస్తుంది బయటికి. ఓకేనా. సో దిస్ పిస్టన్ విల్ మూవ్ ఇన్ ద ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ టు దట్ ఆఫ్ ద అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్. అంటే అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా, ఎందుకంటే ఎయిర్ అంతా ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంది కాబట్టి. సో ఈ అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్ కి ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ లో పిస్టన్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకు మూవ్ అవుతుంది, సిన్స్ ద ఫ్లూయిడ్ గెట్స్ ఎక్స్పాండెడ్. ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ మూవ్ అయింది అంటే పిస్టన్ 0.485 meters అవే ఫ్రమ్ ది ఒరిజినల్ పొజిషన్ మూవ్ అయింది. అయితే అలా మూవ్ అవటం వల్ల, మూవ్ అవ్వాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి, ఫ్లూయిడ్ అనేది పిస్టన్ మీద ఒక ఫోర్స్ యాక్ట్ చేయాలి కదా. ఫోర్స్ యాక్ట్ చేయాలి, ఫోర్స్ యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది ఫ్లూయిడ్ పిస్టన్ మీద, అండ్ పిస్టన్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది కొంత డిస్టెన్స్. అంటే ఫోర్స్ ఇంటూ డిస్టెన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, వర్క్ జరుగుతుందనే కదా అక్కడ. సో ఎంత అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ జరుగుతుంది, ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ డన్ బై ద ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఆన్ ద పిస్టన్ ఈస్ గివెన్ యాజ్ 2 kilojoules. సో వర్క్ డన్ బై ద ఫ్లూయిడ్ చేస్తుందమ్మా ఆన్ ద పిస్టన్ మీద ఎంత చేస్తుందంటే 2 kilojoules. సో పిస్టన్ మీద వర్క్ చేస్తుంది. మనం పిస్టన్ ని ఒక సిస్టమ్ గా తీసుకున్నాము అని అంటే, పిస్టన్ మీద వర్క్ జరుగుతుంటే ఏ సైన్ కన్వెక్షన్ రాయాలి, ద వర్క్ ఈస్ డన్ ఆన్ ద సిస్టమ్. ఆన్ ద సిస్టమ్ అయితే నెగిటివ్ తీసుకోవాలి. వర్క్ డన్ బై ద సిస్టమ్ అంటే ఏమని తీసుకోవాలి, ద వర్క్ ఈస్ డన్ బై ద సిస్టమ్, వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ పాజిటివ్. ఓకే. సో సిన్స్ వర్క్ ఈస్ డన్ బై ద ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఆన్ ద పిస్టన్, సో ఈ 2 kilojoules మనం నెగిటివ్ గా తీసుకోవాలి. ఓకేనా. సో ఇది ఇచ్చిన డేటా. వీ హ్యావ్ ఆస్క్డ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది టార్క్ అండ్ ది పవర్ అవుట్పుట్. సో టార్క్ అండ్ పవర్ అవుట్పుట్ క్యాల్కులేట్ చేయాలి. సో పవర్ అవుట్పుట్ అంటే ఎలా క్యాల్కులేట్ చేస్తాం, సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ పవర్. పవర్ మీన్స్ వర్క్ డన్ పర్ సెకండ్. సో వర్క్ డన్ పర్ సమ్ టైమ్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as the rate of work done is called as power. ఓకేనా. సో వర్క్ డన్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏం వర్క్ డన్ రాయాలి, నెట్ వర్క్ డన్ రాయాలి. ఓకేనా. సో నెట్ వర్క్ డన్ అంటే ఎలా వస్తుంది అని అంటే, సో దెర్ ఆర్ 2 types ఆఫ్ వర్క్ హియర్. ఏం వర్క్లు ఉన్నాయి అంటే, ఒకటి ద ఫస్ట్ వర్క్ ఈస్ ద వర్క్ డన్ బై దిస్ ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఆన్ ద పిస్టన్. పిస్టన్ మీద వర్క్ జరుగుతుంది ఫ్లూయిడ్ వల్ల, అదొక వర్క్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఫస్ట్ వర్క్. అండ్ అనదర్ వన్ ఈస్ దిస్ పిస్టన్ ఈస్ మూవింగ్ ఇన్ ద ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ టు దట్ ఆఫ్ ది అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్. అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్ కి అగెయిన్స్ట్ గా మూవ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే కొంత వర్క్ జరుగుతుంది కదా ఇక్కడ. సో దట్ వర్క్ ఆల్సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు కన్సిడర్. సో ఈ 2 works ని కన్సిడర్ చేసుకొని వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది నెట్ వర్క్ డన్. So that net work done divided by the amount of time, that is 10 minutes, we will get the power. Okay na. So first for finding out the net work done కావాలి కదా, అందుకని ఫస్ట్ W means integral PdV. PdV అంటే వాల్యూమ్. ఇక్కడ వాల్యూమ్ కంటే ఎలా రాసుకుంటామంటే ఏరియా ఇంటూ లెంత్ రాసుకుంటాం డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ వర్క్. ఆల్రెడీ వీ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ అబౌట్ PdV వర్క్. PdV వర్క్ మీన్స్ ఏరియా ఇంటూ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ రాసుకున్నాం కదా. సో for that reason we are finding out the area into length first. Okay. So area into length means, area means we can write it as pi by 4 d square into length. So pi by 4 into the diameter is given as 0.4 meters into the length the piston moves is given as 0.485. So if you calculate this, you will get 0.61 meter cube. Okay. So after getting volume, the next step is to find out the work done. Work done means P into delta V. So P means since the piston is moving against the atmospheric pressure is given as 101.325. This is the constant atmospheric pressure value. So P atmospheric is given by 101.325 kilopascals and cheptavu. So this is the constant value into the volume. So the volume we got here as 0.061 meter cube. So that one we have substituted here. Okay. So the unit of pressure is kilopascals here into volume is meter cube. Okay. So that means kilo into pascals means Newton per meter square. Okay. Pascal means force acting per unit area. The units of force is Newton and the unit of area is meter square into the unit of volume is meter cube. So if meter square gets cancelled, kilo into Newton meter. So this Newton meter can be written as joules. So the unit of work done we got it as kilojoules. Okay. So this is the amount of work done by the piston against atmospheric pressure. Okay. So, and the net work done by the fluid on the piston is given as 2 kilojoules. So, by considering these two, if we find the net work done by the motor, okay, so we have to add these two. So, 6.1754 plus minus 2 kilojoules because work is done on the system. So, if we subtract this, we will get 4.1754. So, after getting the net work done, so then finding out the power. Power means work done per second is power. So work done is 4.17 kilojoules. So kilojoules means we have to write into 10 cube divided by 10 minutes. The time is 10 minutes. So where if we convert this minutes into seconds, so we have to multiply this with 60. Okay, that means 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So if you need the value of 10 minutes, we have to multiply with 10 into 60. So 600 seconds. Okay. So that's why we are multiplying with 60. So here the units are, work done units are joules and here the units are seconds. So joule per second means watt. So the unit of power is watt, which we got the value as 6.96. So after finding out the power, we are asked to find out the torque on the shaft. So the torque on the shaft is given as power P by omega. So this is omega. Okay. So P means we got it as 6.96 and omega means the speed of the motor. Speed of the motor is given as 840 RPM. So since it is revolutions per minute, so we are converting into revolutions per second. So omega means we can write it as 2 pi n by 60. Okay, so 2 pi n here means number of revolutions 840 divided by 60. So this 60 means in order to convert minutes into seconds, we are writing 60 here. Okay, so if you calculate this, you will get the value of 0.791 Newton meter is the value of torque. Okay, so in this model problem, so here also they did not specify any type of process. Okay. So they just asked us to find out the torque and the power required. So in order to calculate the power, we need work done. So that work done is found out by considering two works here. First work is work done by the fluid on the piston and another work is work done by the piston on the atmosphere. So we have to consider the net work done here and by using that net work done, we have calculated power and also the torque. And coming to the next problem, 1 mole of air is compressed isochorically. So here the process is given 1 mole of air means number of moles N is given as 1 here. So this is number of moles N is equal to 1. So it is compressed isochorically till its pressure gets doubled. Okay. So the air is compressed isochorically till the pressure gets doubled. So if you take 1 to 2, isochorically means constant volume process. Okay. So this is volume is equal to constant process. So if you draw a PV curve here, PV graph, so the air is compressed isochorically. So from initial state 1 to final state 2, the air is compressed. Compressed means pressure will get increases here from P1 to P2. So this is compression. So isochorically compressed means volume should remain constant. So I am drawing a vertical line where volume remains constant and the pressure increases from P1 to P2. So till the pressure gets doubled, that means P2 is equal to 2P1. So that means the pressure gets doubled. So that's what I have written here. P2 is equal to 2P1. So in the next line, then it is allowed to expand reversibly and isothermally and to regain its original pressure. So after compressing from state 1 to state 2, it is compressed again. So it is expanded. So it is expanded next in the next state. Expansion means what happens if the gas is expanded, the pressure will decrease and the volume will increase. Okay. So for the expansion process. Okay, so if you take a cylinder and piston arrangement, if you expand the gas, what happens? The pressure will decrease here and the volume increases. Okay. So the volume increases here from V2 to V3 and the pressure decreases again from P2 to P1 because it is expanded reversibly to regain its original pressure. Original pressure means P1. So up to P1 it has expanded. So P1 is equal to P3. So that's what I have written here. Okay, and V2 is equal to V1. In this process, volume is equal to constant pressure, constant volume process. So I have written V1 is equal to V2. Okay, after reaching this point 3, next, thereafter it is subjected to isobaric cooling. Isobaric means constant pressure. So constant pressure cooling, whereupon its volume decreases to restore its initial state. So constant pressure means straight line we have to draw. So in isobaric cooling, volume decreases to restore its original state. So the volume decreases from V3 to V1 again. Okay. Assuming, find out the net work done. So we have asked to find out the net work done. That means we have to add the work done for 1 to 2 process. So 1 to 2 process plus work done for 2 to 3 process plus work done for 3 to 1 process, and we have to add all these work done in order to get the net work done. And they have asked us to assume that air behaves as an ideal gas. Ideal gas means it follows the law PV is equal to nRT. Okay. So that means in the problem they have given, in the problem they have given 3 processes. First process is 1 to 2, which is constant volume process. In constant volume process, V1 is equal to V2 and the pressure becomes double here. Okay, P2 is equal to 2P1. And second process is isothermal process. Isothermal process means PV is equal to constant. So PV is equal to constant means it is an isothermal process and it is an expansion where volume increases from V2 to V3 and pressure decreases from P2 to P1 again. So it reaches initial pressure. And the third process given is constant pressure process. Okay. In constant pressure process here, P1 is equal to P3 and volume decreases from V3 to V1, V2 again. Okay. So for each process, we have to find out the work done. So net work done means summation of W1 to 2, that means 1 to 2 process, work done for 1 to 2 process plus work done for 2 to 3 process and work done for 3 to 1 process. Okay. So here, since if you observe here, W1 to 2 is a compression process. Compression process means it is a negative work. Okay. And work done 2 to 3 is an expansion process. So expansion process is a positive work. And next third process, isobaric process, is a cooling upon where volume decreases. Volume decreases means second compression taking place, that is a negative work. Okay. So first we have to write whether this work done is positive or negative. Okay, so we have written the work done as positive and negative works, and let us start for finding out these work done separately. So first I will take this one W1 to 2. So W1 to 2 is a constant volume process, right? So this is a constant volume process, and the formula or the work done for a constant volume process is 0, because since the volume is equal to constant, there is no change in volume. dV is 0. So if we differentiate both sides, dV becomes 0. So if we substitute dV is equal to 0 here, work done becomes 0. So work done for 1 to 2 process is 0. So next coming to work done for 2 to 3 process. If you consider a 2 to 3 process, 2 to 3 process is a isothermal process. So the formula for isothermal process is P1 V1 into ln of, generally we have learned P1 V1 into ln of P2 by P1, P1 by P2. So since it is applied between the states 2 and 3, we have to write in terms of 2 and 3. So P2 V2 into ln of P2 by P3 is the formula for work done for 2 to 3 process. Okay. P2 is given as, here the final pressure P2 is given as 2 into P1 and P3 is given as P1. Okay. So I have substituted that. P2 is given as 2 P1. So P2 is given as 2 P1 and P3 is given as P1. And V2 is equal to V1 here. So V2 is equal to V1 here. So I have written V2 is equal to V1. Okay. So here P1 gets cancelled. So ln of 2 into this 2. Okay. P1 V1 into ln of 2. So this is the value that is remained after cancelling these terms. So it becomes P1 V1 into ln of 2 square. So P1 V1 into ln of 4. So ln of 4 we got it as 1.3862 into P1 V1. So this is the value of work done for 2 to 3 process. So next considering 3 to 1 process. So 3 to 1 process means it is a constant pressure process. So the formula for work done in a constant pressure process is P into V2 minus V1. So P1 into V3 is given as 2V1 and V1. So 2V1 minus V1 is V1. So P1 V1 is the formula for work done for an 3 to 1 process. Okay, so this is V1. So net work done means we have to add these 3 work dones, W1 to 2 plus W2 to 3 plus W3 to 1. So W1 to 2 we got it as 0 plus W2 to 3 is 1.3862 and W3 to 1 is, see here, W1 to 2 and 3 to 1 both are negatives. 1 to 2, 3 to 1 are negatives. So here we have to write minus 0 and here you have to write minus work done. So minus 0 is always 0. So I have written 0 here. And W3 to 1 we have to consider it as negative 1. So minus P1 V1. Okay. So if you take P1 V1 as common, it becomes 1.3862 minus 1. So which becomes 0.3862 P1 V1. So here we are asked to assume, in question if we observe, they asked us to assume that air behaves as an ideal gas. Okay. So for an ideal gas, P1 V1 is equal to nRT1. Okay. So P1 V1 here can be replaced with nRT. So number of moles is given as 1. The value of universal gas constant is 8.314 joule per mole Kelvin in terms of mole. Okay. Into temperature value is given as 298. So since it is given as room temperature, we can take it as for atmospheric pressure, the room temperature is taken as 25. Okay, so 25 plus 273 gives 298. Okay, so the 298 I have written here. So atmospheric temperature. So if you multiply this 0.3862 into number of moles 1 into R value 8.314 into temperature 298, we will get a W net as 956.8 joules. Or if you have to write this in kilojoules, it becomes W net is equal to 0.956 kilojoules. Okay, anyway you can write. So if you see once again this problem, in this problem they have given 3 processes. Okay, first process is 1 to 2, which is constant volume process. Second process is isothermal, and third process is constant pressure. So these 3 processes comprises a cycle here, thermodynamic cycle. Okay. So starting from here, it reaches and this at the last it reaches the same point. That means initial point state is equal to final state, which is a thermodynamic cycle. So this cycle consists of three processes. Volume is equal to constant, PV is equal to constant, and P is equal to constant. So we have to consider separately this process, and separately we have calculated the work done, and we add all the process to get the net work done. Okay. So coming to the next problem, in some problems they may give directly the graph like this. Okay. So determine the total work done by a gas system following an expansion process as shown in figure. So we have to see the figure here, and we have to calculate the amount of net work done. Okay. So if you consider this process, so if you observe here, there is two curves. One curve is A to B and another curve is B to C. Okay. So for these two curves, we have to find out the net work done. Net work done means work done for the process. If you consider A to B as one process, so in A to B process, it is a horizontal line. Horizontal line means pressure is constant if you on a PV chart. Okay. So it is pressure is equal to constant process. And B to C process, if you consider, it is a polytropic process. PV per 1.3 is equal to constant. That means it is a polytropic process where N is equal to 1.3. So we have to calculate the work done for a constant pressure process and work done for a polytropic process. Okay. So that means work done for constant pressure process and work done for polytropic process. N means here 1.3 it is given. So we have to add these two processes here. Okay. Since it is an expansion process, volume gets increases, we can take this work as positive and this work also as positive. Okay. So both are positives. So first calculating for the process 1 to 2. So here the pressures are not here. So it is P into V2 minus V1. Okay, actually the formula for work done for constant pressure process is P into V2 minus V1. So we have the pressure value 50 bar, but we don't have the exact volume values. Okay, here volume values are given as 0.2 and 0.4. Okay, so this P into, so P means 50 into final volume 0.4 minus initial volume 0.2 into, since the pressure is given in bar, if we convert this bar into pascals, 1 bar is equal to 100 kilopascals. That means 1 bar is equal to 100 into kilo means 1000 kilopascals. So 1 bar is equal to 10 power 5 pascals. So since we have 50 bar here, 50 bar is equal to, we have to multiply this one. So 50 into 10 power 5 pascals. Okay. So we have converted this bar into pascals in order to get our work done in joules. Okay. So 50 into 10 power 5, we are converting this bar into pascals. So P into V2 minus V1 gives the amount of work done for this constant pressure process, which is 10 power 6 watts. Okay, 10 power 6 joules. Sorry, it is joules, not watts, it is joules. So 10 power 6 means megajoules we can write. So next, for if we consider the process B to C. So in this process B to C here, it is a polytropic process with index N as 1.3. So the formula for work done for a polytropic process when both the pressures P1 and P2 and V1 and V2 are given is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by N minus 1. So we know the value of one pressure here 50 bar. And we know the both volumes. If you observe the diagram, V2 is 0.8, V1 is 0.4. So we need to calculate this P2 value. So this P2 value is calculated by using the relation, since the polytropic process is for B2C, PB VB power 1.3 is equal to PC VC power 1.3. So the pressure at point C can be calculated as PB VB power 1.3 by VC power 1.3. Okay. So PB is given as 50 into 10 power 5 pascals and volume at B is given as 0.4 and volume at C is given as 0.8. If you substitute all these values, we will get PC as 20.31 into 10 power 5 pascals. Okay, so this PC value we have substituted here. So after substituting the initial pressure, initial volume, final pressure, final volume, and a polytropic index N value, we got this total work as 2.251 megajoules. So this is the value for total work for B2C process. Okay. So the net work done means, so this is the value, sorry, this is the value for work done for B2C process. Total work done means we have to add A to B process and B to C process. So work done for A to B and work done for B to C. Work done for A to B is 1 megajoules plus work done for B to C is 1.251. So if you add these two, we will get 2.251 megajoules, which is the total work done. Okay. So in this model problem, they have given, in this model problem, they have given the values of all the process here. Okay. They have given the graph directly and the values on the graph. By seeing all the values in the graph, we have calculated the area for this process, the area for this process, and we add both of them to get the total or net work done. Okay. Okay, thank you.